Good morning, class, and welcome to your virtual course, Math 119A, Survey of Calculus. My name is Dr. Arepu, and you can call me Dr. A in case you have a problem pronouncing my name. I sent you several emails regarding the course. Here's the homepage of Canvas. And starts with numbers, so I thought that would be pretty easy to follow. So number one, here's a welcome message. I'm very happy to have you here. It's a minute or 2 minute long video lecture. The second one is the class philosophy. And basically, the class philosophy indicates that it is a community and we are here to help one another and learn from each other, and with, of course, utmost respect. Number three, the announcements. I sent you the announcements in the form of an email /announcements. And I'm going to put this in student view. So under the announcements, you had a recorded orientation, an older one, and we're going to put the new one there. Welcome and orientation, and welcome to your virtual course. That was a couple of emails that were sent to you. This was sent about a week ago, and it's a couple of days ago. And of course, you are here, so we are in good shape. Number four, we have the syllabus, modules, and again on the left column, okay, left navigation bar. We have the home page, announcements, syllabus, modules, discussion, so on and so forth. Okay, that's where you find it. By the way, pay particular attention to the Zoom meeting. This is where we find our Zoom meeting, or under the calendar. And again, because this came up at the bottom of the page, class, I have the office hours and the Zoom link for it. But this one says to attend all classes. Okay, click on the Zoom link here. Okay, so if you click on it, you'll see the time and you can join. It's very straightforward. I just want to make sure everybody can see that, because this had come up. In any event, and the homework, practice, test, discussion forum, all of the above, and as I mentioned, the office hours. So quickly, to click on the syllabus right here or on the left navigation bar, first notice I have the syllabus and then I have the Excel calendar. Normally they put the Excel calendar within that, but I thought it was so important to separate it from it so you have an idea of what to do on a regular basis. We do about a section a day, as long as you don't get behind your phone. And I mentioned that in case something comes up and you can't attend the class, you can always follow the calendar. And also we have the recordings. So going back to that, and by the way, again, the very first thing is that you have an introduction assignment to MOM, My Open Math, your digital homework. I'm going to refer to it as MOM. And then, of course, we have the algebra review, the pre-test. I'll show you all of them when we get to MOM. Some students have already started it. So going back to the syllabus, the syllabi nowadays are pretty, extensive. So what I've done, I put them in this format. It starts with the name of the course and time and the Zoom meeting. Then I have the topics, so you can follow the topics. Now, as we go down quickly, the material that we cover, the catalog, description, the text, it's a free text OpenStax. You can grab it here or in MOM, My Open Math. When we go there, I'll show you that. And of course, the online digital platform called My Open Math, or short MOM, completely free. Here's the class calendar. Roughly every 3-4 weeks, we have an exam. Okay, we have the dates here, and the final is right here. For now, we're just concerned with the first one, which is coming up in week 4. The way I've set up the exams, although we meet on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've set up all the exams so that you take them on Saturdays. When you're completely relaxed, convenient for you, and there's no proctorio. I believe everybody's here to learn, and that's all that matters. So I'll discuss that further as we get closer to that, but You have, and I set up for Saturday, so you have the whole day. You can take it anytime you want, and it's timed for about 90 minutes. Of course, you don't want to start too late because you may be tired to do so. Meetings, calculators. There are calculators online, and I'll show you those are free calculators, but you can't use them for exams, or at least certain exams. Tech support for MyOpenMath and tech support for campus are here. We have the Math Tutorial Center, the grading policy. I think this is probably the most important one. So in short, there are 3 tests. So let's just, each one is 100 points. The online homework is 300 points, and the final is comprehensive. 300 points give us total of 1,000 points, 90%. That means 900 points or more is an A, 80%, 800 points or more is a B, and so on and so on. Now, what I do if the final score is B or higher, and of course your homework should be good, that means at least 90%, I can replace the one of the first 4 exams, the worst exam grade, with the final, if it gives you a higher letter. Okay, so you want to read that again. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Basically, there's no makeup test. If something comes up, you let me know. But as I said, I've set it up so while you're relaxed completely, you can take it on Saturdays. And this one I want to mention, CSULB Study 36, and you can look up the website. We need about 3 units per 3 hours per unit. So this is a 3-unit course, so we need 9 hours of studying in order to do a good job. Okay, so please follow that. As far as dropping is concerned, I just follow what the college withdrawal policy is. There are other informations here. You can look into them. Okay, about disabilities, you know, commitment of CSULB to their students, undocumented students, basic needs. There are a lot more information here. But as I said, syllabi are extremely extensive nowadays. Just look at the part that interests you. And the summary steps to success, basically, make sure you read your notes, study the section, and the PowerPoints. Create this part is really important. If you create an index card, some sort of a formula sheet, or even in the back of it, a very simple example, that really helps you. If you do 1 or 2 per section, by the time you get to the exam week, all you have to do maybe 5 to 10 index cards to study, and normally it does wonders. Do the examples and the homework. Examples that I put up in the PowerPoints, really you want to go over them a couple of times to be on the safe side. The office hours is on the homepage of Canvas. You can find it here as well, and the important dates are here and so on. Going back to the homepage of Canvas, then it says the modules, and I want to show you what you can find under the modules. So right here, you can click on the modules here, or you can click on the modules here. Either way, it takes you to the proper place. The very first one you come across, this one is MyOpenMath. Some students have already registered for it. And I put this no need for course ID because sometimes students ask for that. Because you're registering through Canvas, you don't need it. So if you click on that, it basically asks you to register. If you have a username and password, you can use it. That means you've been registered for some other course. Otherwise, just register. It's very straightforward, everybody. Okay. And after that, you can get into MOM or MyOpenMath. I'll show you after we are done with the synopsis of this. What do you find as the second piece? Recorded lecture examiners. I want you to pay attention to this. This is my YouTube channel, everybody. Now, I have all the previous recordings, and I will also add a new line for the new recordings. So everything that you see here, step by step, is explained. So that's why if you miss any lecture, all you have to do, just go to the recording again. Where do you find it? Under the modules, the second one, clearly it says recordings, PowerPoint recordings. Then what happens? Now, exam 1 module, exam 2 module, exam 3, exam 4 module. And at the end, by the way, I have some more resources. I will go over the exam modules, but what do you find at the end? This is the final exam review. Again, you don't have to worry about this at all for now. For the final, I have some reviews. I have the PowerPoints for you, and I will go over it. And I do have the recording already, and we go over it again, as I mentioned. This one is another resource for TI Calculator. Some commands are here, but the bulk of the course are modules 1 through 4. So what do you find under the module? First, you find some sort of a exam review. So this is the one you either download or you print. Notice there are some questions here, and then I have the key. When I finish a section, not only you have your homework, these are exam reviews. So when I finish, for example, section 1.6, you should do the homework of 1.6 in MOM. Also, these questions, there are a few questions separated by sections. This is 1.6 having some questions with the solution. And then the next section and the next section. What is this? This is the synopsis of what you need to know to be successful in the first exam. Everything you need for the first exam is here. Okay, so this is a review for exam 1. Going back to the module. Then we have the PowerPoints, and then we have another review. What is the difference between this one and that one? This one is in the form of a PowerPoint. That's all. But practically, it's the same stuff. What I've done from the exam reviews, I picked some of the more difficult questions. I discuss them here, and we go over it, and again, we have a recording. So, going back to the module. Exam 1 module. Here's what we are, and we are going to have some lecture today. This one, the one in the middle, these are all the PowerPoints, and I've put them in 2 formats, PDF file, PowerPoints. I'm going to go over the PowerPoints, and when I do that, you can download it, and we have the step-by-step solutions for the exams that I go over. Here's what you have to do. Make sure you have access to that. Download it. So everything that you need, like definition, such as this page, proofs, definition is there. You don't have to write anything, but notice what happens. We get to the example. We do have the examples, but there is no solution. This is what we cover in class from A to Z, and for any reason you missed that, you can find it in the recording. So again, the reason I've given you this, because I don't want you to waste your time writing anything. You don't have to write anything, class, okay? So when I go over that, you bring this up, you just pay attention, and the moment we hit the example, then we take some time to go through it step by step. So again, a quick recap. What do you find under the module? First, this is your MOM assignment, recorded lectures. Here's some exam review. Here's another exam review. And this is the one that you need to pay attention to as the PowerPoints. Going back to the home page, we covered the modules, practice tests, so on and so forth. Everything that was mentioned there is covered. What is a discussion forum? Again, you can click on it here or here. Number 1, we have a student bios, and I put mine as an example. Please put your student bio if you're interested. When you read your fellow students' bios, you're more than welcome to give them a comment as long as it's complimentary, very nice, with utmost respect. Get to know each other. The second one, frequently asked questions. Some of the questions that came up in the past, I put them here. For example, how to use a math editor. Do I need a course ID for the course for a mom? I mentioned it as no. The thing that comes up almost always, where is the exam password? Although students receive the exam password in the form of email / announcements, still they have that question, which is surprising to me. But in any event, it says where to find them. It will be sent to you and you can find it under the announcement when the time comes. So now what I want to do, and I mentioned the exams and the office hours and the Zoom meeting for the class, it's right here, okay? Now, what I want to do now, I want to, again, if you go to module, and the first one, it will take you to my open math. So I want to quickly go over my open math. When you go to my open math, the very first thing you see at top, it's the introduction assignment tomorrow. This is really got nothing to do with this course. It just tells you how to input the information. The next one is algebra review pretest. And these are the two that you don't get a chance to do it later. You have to do it immediately. Some students have already done it. And the way it works is very simple. I want to show you. I want to show you how it works so you see that. So the question is asking, for example, here, put the number, just the way it appears, 51.717. So you put it in. I want to just make it. This one we want to, okay, 51.7. It says round this to the nearest hundreds. Nearest hundreds, the number is 1. Next to 1 is 7, so it goes up to 2. Now we want to divide by 0. As you know, we can't. It's undefined. And if you click on this box, it doesn't give you undefined. It gives you DNE does not exist. That's okay. So if you submit the question class, you see the check mark, it tells you that we've done it right. It's very straightforward. Some students did it just in a few minutes. And let's say I made a mistake. All I have to do, get a similar question and do it. As long as I do it before the due date, I can get 100% easy. So that's why if we go back to the syllabus, the 300 points for the homework should be nice and easy. Now, and there are more questions I have to cover, but let's say something comes up and I'm going to click on done. It registers that I have done one and it gives me the, point, and the rest of them are unattempted. What do I do? Anytime I come to do that again before the due date, it tells me resume. Otherwise, I'm going to exit. Now, the point or the grade that I received, it's been already registered. Now, I want you to pay attention to this one, algebra review pretest. This is a required algebra review pretest assignment designed to assist you in revising fundamental algebraic concepts. I can't emphasize the importance of this. This has to be done immediately, and it's your prior knowledge of mathematics. If for any reason you have a difficult time with this, you have to practice because you are now a calculus student. So here's what happens. If you click on it, again, it's just like before. Find the slope of this line. This is a vertical line, okay? As you may recall, the vertical line has a slope which is undefined. We're going to put D and E here. This horizontal line has a slope which is 0. You may remember. So, and by the way, if I submit the question here, when you submit it, it check marks it or it says it's wrong, and you pick a similar question. I submit this one too. And now over here it says find the slope. Okay. The slope is rise over run, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You do the math and you see if there is a relationship between them. They are parallel, perpendicular, or linear. Here's what I want you to notice. Let's say I don't know how to do this question. Look at this one. It has a video. You can watch the video. Some of the questions have videos. Let me go down. This one has a video. This one has 2 videos. So I hope you realize why I put this here. This is the synopsis of what you need to just move on. When you finish this, if you do a good job on that, that simply tells you that you are ready to move on with calculus. Now, this one is due on the 25th. This one is due on the 27th. By the time we meet again next time, I want both of them to be done. You have to finish them if you want to be able to continue. Now, here's the calendar. I want you to pay attention to the calendar. This is the first homework. This is the introductory assignment, and this is the algebra review. Pay attention to the exam and the due date for the exam. Right before that, we have all the homework. Please, please don't do the homework then and there. Do it on a daily basis. When I finish this section, you want to do the homework, okay? If you wait, you may not be able to finish it, okay? If you wait, you may not be able to finish it. So on a regular basis, every week we do a few sections. We have module 0, module 1, 2, 3, 4. So modules 1, 2, 3, 4, just the one, like the ones in Canvas. First, I want to quickly show you module 0 because those are, as it mentions right here, those are resources. For example, here's your text. It's a free text, everybody. You can view it online. You can download a PDF, you name it. So, for example, view it online. And it has, again, not that we cover the whole thing. This is your text. It's partially. Now, of course, there are other parts. We need the sequences and series, so you can find them here. We have graphing calculators, online graphing calculators. We have a scientific calculator. Everything has been provided to you pretty much free. You don't have to worry about anything. Just for the sake of argument, this is where you find the calculator. Okay, class? So as you go down, information about a late pass, how to review your assignments, the free online calculator, Desmos, and if I don't know how to work with it, there is a video for me, okay? Now notice, we also have, besides all those reviews that I put for you, including the algebra review in the beginning, I also have chapter review here. I'll put some reviews for you. Take a look. This is chapter review, pre-calculus review, functions, classes of functions, basic trig functions, inverse functions, factoring. They are not being graded. Class, please pay attention. This chapter review has some videos, some lectures, some assignments, and none of them is being graded. It's there as a resource. So I'm going to close up module 0. So under module 0, you have the text, gradebook, calendar, late pass, online calculator, Desmos, review chapter. Some of you may not need that. If you feel uncomfortable with prior knowledge of mathematics, please do that. Then we have different modules. And again, we are just concerned with the first module because when you learn the first one, then you know exactly what to do with the second one, and so on. So for example, when you start with the first section, this is the section we're going to cover. And what you do see here, you see the where you can find the book, the text information, where you can find the videos. Some of these videos are amazing, class. So when we go through the PowerPoints, for any reason you feel uncomfortable, you probably want to watch some of these videos, and then you start with your homework. And this is just like before, class, just like the two I showed you. When you do a question here, notice some of the homework questions, like this one has a video, this one has a video, and this one doesn't have a video. So some of them do, some of them don't. And when you do the question, you answer it. And for example, it says, what is the first term? Obviously, the first term is 2. You see that? Second one, a sub 2 is 3. Okay. And just for the sake of argument, if I submit right now, it says I've done them right, but I haven't done the rest of them. Are you with me? So I can continue with the rest of them. If I'm done, or I can get a similar question, okay, and do that. When I'm done, the same thing happens. I can click on done here, and it shows that I haven't attempted anything or I've attempted something, and I can resume or exit. So that's how my open math works. So a quick recap. This is the homepage of Canvas. A welcome message, class philosophy, steps to follow. We went over the syllabus, modules, office hours. How do you come to this class? The Zoom meetings is right here. And you simply join. You simply, over here for you, it says join. And everything is found under the modules. Here's my open math, where you register. Here's your recorded lectures. You are concerned with the first module and nothing else for now. So you can find exam 1 review, the first one and the last one. This one is in with the keys, and this one is with more details in the form of a PowerPoint, not all those questions. And these are where you can find your lectures. Everything is there with the exception of solution to the examples. So that's as far as Canvas is concerned. As for my open math, when you enter, the very first assignment is introduction assignment to my open math, which is showing you how to work with it. The second one is algebra review pretest, which shows your prior knowledge of mathematics, or if you need any help. Then you can find the exams, by the way, right here. For now, we don't have to worry about it at all, but I put it at top. When you take the exam, you don't lose them. It's just right at top of the page after the first 2 assignments. We have the calendar here. And again, all homework are together before the exam. Please don't wait for that. If you do, you will get behind. Module 0 has all the resources, including review chapters. And then module 1 is when we start. And if we are comfortable with everything, all we have to do after I lecture, start with the homework. If you have any doubts, you can watch some of the videos. So this is how you succeed in this course. I wish you all best of luck and happy studying, everybody.